Those coping skills. I know mine needs some work. Hi, friends, it's Adam, the crippled cannabis cowboy. Thanks for watching my video on coping. If you like what you see, subscribe to my channel. Help me out a little bit. Help somebody else that has this horrible disease. Help them a little bit too. I figured it was kind of convenient for me to talk about this because coping is something it's very regular in what I have. You have to cope. If you don't know how to cope, you gotta learn how to cope. Coping skills, they get better in time for me. Anyway, I noticed that when it first happens, I'll go crazy. Looking back at my past, oh, that's right, sorry about my face. Having this disease causes you to fall quite a bit. And I took a bad fall well, I took a few bad falls, but one of them cut my face open, and they don't do stitches anymore. Actually, I got skin glue, and it was a pretty big cut, and it's different than stitches, so I really don't know anything about it. Anyway, what I was saying is this whole coping thing. Reflecting back, for me, there's been a shitload of heartache, heartbreaks, all those kind of things. So coping was like a part of it. And something I noticed about me is I got stronger the more I cope with stuff. And I've kind of noticed that coping is, people are afraid of it now, almost like they don't want to cope or face their demons or deal with shit. And I don't have a choice. I gotta deal with this, so I have to cope. So if you have something like this kind of disease, get better at coping. Or you can't really get good at it. You're always going to cope, but you're going to notice in time you'll be able to handle shit a little more and more and more. You know, when things first happen, if it's new to you, yeah, you're going to freak the fuck out because it's never happened. As you learn things and learn about things, as you learn about people and situations and stuff, you're gonna learn shit, and you're gonna kind of learn how to cope, and just sit there. And I mean, it's kind of like you got to take it on the chin in my situation, and that's what I do. You know, I know that I gotta cope with this particular disease. It's very degrading. It makes me feel like shit, and I know a lot of the world thinks shit of me. There's a few out there that don't, but I have to learn how to cope with that. I gotta deal with it. It's not like I can shove it under the carpet and make it go away. I can only speak for multiple sclerosis, but if you're unfortunately diagnosed with this damn disease, multiple sclerosis, there's going to be a lot of things that come into play. You're going to have to learn how to cope with vision problems, movement problems, speech problems, balance problems, every kind of freaking problem that you can imagine. It's part of multiple sclerosis. I learned I can't run from my problems. Every time I guess I've ran from my problems, they catch up with me, or I gotta face them somehow, some way. When this horrible shit happened to me, I lost my fucking mind, man. I had to leave. So in a weird way, you can look at it like I ran. I had no choice. I had this MS shit I had to deal with, so I mean, I got deserted, I got dissed, I got shafted from all kinds of directions. Particularly, like a woman that was cycling through my brain, a place I worked at was cycling through my brain, and this MS freaking disease getting worse, constantly cycling through my brain. So you're gonna notice that you have to learn how to deal with that shit. If you don't, I mean, you're gonna go crazy anyway. So why put some icing on the cake? I'm like, fuck that cake. I don't like that cake. It tastes like shit. Get it away from me. But I don't have a choice. I have to eat that shit no matter what it tastes like. So I have to learn how to deal with it. I gotta cope with it. So do your best to cope with the situations that are coming up. You can't like cope beforehand. You have to let the situation handle itself, I guess. The best thing that I can tell you is just patience. Patience perseveres. It kind of teaches you things about yourself, about other people, about the situation. It's going to be tough. Coping is very, very hard. It's probably the hardest on the list of trying to deal with what I'm dealing with. Coping is a big part of PPMS. Well, it's a big part of everything in life. I mean, when I think back, it's kind of got nothing, it's everything to do with coping when I look back. I mean, I know I'm fucked up. I know all I do is stare at the ceiling. I stare at the wall sometimes. So these things that I didn't face and learn how to cope with, they're going to resurface. So I have to find a way to deal with them. I got to find a way to cope with that shit, man. That's the way it works. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you got any knowledge from this whatsoever, then subscribe to my channel. Help me out a little bit. If things like this feel good, like making these videos, so find a hobby, find something you're passionate about doing, and fucking do it, man.